Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So we're just working on the wood stove right now. I went and picked up some pipe, so I thought I'd assemble it, see how it looks. I have to take it apart after I got this assembly together and see how it looks and everything. And sheathe in the wood. Here's the stove. Here's the pipe coming out. I'm gonna have to make a spot for a damper in here for this guy. This guy right here. That'll need to go in there somewhere so we can adjust the flow. What is it they call it? I don't remember. Like the stove sucks up air from the front and brings it out. So this will slow down the burn rate on the wood, so it'll keep the heat down. That's how you adjust the heat with this and the vent on the front. This guy here goes on screws to let more air in, or screws in to let less air in, so the wood burns at a slower rate. So that's how we're going to control the temperature in here, which I'll be adjusting that as we go until I find the perfect burn rate for what I'm looking for. So here's the stack. It's all screwed together right now. I need one more piece though. You know what? I have 4 pieces in my hand too, and I'm like, I'll just try it with 3 and see. Maybe I don't need 4. I'll just try it with 3. Sure enough, I needed 4. I needed that one extra piece just to get above the roof line on the camper. And this we're gonna support underneath here. This is the clean out for it. So this will be supported. I'm probably gonna support it with a shelf here, shelf across here, with metal leaning up against this kind of thing to hold the weight of it. It's supported in here really good, and it's all like bolted together, so they're all self-tapping bolts bolting it together. But yeah, that'll hold the weight of it. And here's the cap that goes on it after, with a little spark rest on it. So that'll go on top of that up there. And so we get the next set of pipe on, which I'll have to go pick that up in the morning because there was like 1 left there too. So I'll go pick that up in the morning just in case it disappears. So now I'm gonna sheath this wall tomorrow, and then I'll cut a hole, and then I'll disconnect it right here. Like I said, this is just pre-assembly. So I'll disconnect it right here and or here, one of the two. Put the sheets on it and cut the hole in the OSB and stick it through. And we'll need a decent size hole around this, and then we'll stuff around this with a Roxol, probably a Roxol insulation I'll put around that. Something that's good and fireproof. Fiberglass is fireproof too, it doesn't burn, but I don't know if I'll get Roxol or not. It's kind of expensive. It'd be nice to bat this with Roxol. I wonder how many pieces I need. I wonder 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. That's a door. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Probably close to, probably over a bag. This stuff's so expensive, that Roxol, and it's crazy expensive. I can't remember what the R14 is right now. I think it seems today and something like $93 or something, like $100 a bag. It's like crazy, man. Crazy expensive. But needless to say, we'll get something for that before winter. And we'll probably put a sheet of drywall across here on the inside. So I'll put a sheet of drywall across here over that corner, and then probably a sheet over here just before the door, and that'll be like a heat deflection for the wood. Probably some 5/8 or something, which has a 45-minute fire rating on it. So we'll do that once we get the vent and everything adjusted and the damper adjusted. Like, I'll never need to adjust that again, really. So and it'll just maintain like a certain heat and a certain burn rate, right? And we're trying to get it so that it's like the most efficient on wood. So we'll set the dampers and the vents and everything, and once that's set, I won't need to touch it again. But yeah, I thought it was going to be further away from the wall, but the ground here is not level, so the stove is tipped this way a bit, so the pipe is kind of off the wall. It's not looking straight up and down, but that's okay. I don't mind that. As long as it's in proper alignment with the stove, then that's fine. And it's coming off the wall as it goes up. So I bought some of this plumber strap here, so for wrapping around steel or pipes or ducting or whatnot. So I think I'll do a wrap up there, just to the wall, around the pipe and to the wall. See if I can screw it to something up there, and then silicone all around it so it doesn't leak. Yeah, that's how she'll look from a distance with the pipe going up there. And this is outside. I mean, this is single walled pipe. The double walled pipe was way too expensive, and I don't think it was necessary. Like, you can run out of the wall with single and up the outside with single. This is not a residential house, it's a camp, right? So nobody's going to be out here touching it in the wintertime when it's hot or anything, right? So, and if I was really that concerned about anyone touching it, I can get an insulation wrap, and I can wrap it with insulation like they do for the rigs. Like out on the oil rigs, you can get an insulation wrap. It's got Velcro. It's insulation, and it's got vinyl on the outside of it, and it's got a Velcro wrap. You wrap it around the pipe and just Velcro it onto this, and that will take a lot of the heat away from it too, right? But I'm not worried about anyone touching it. They shouldn't be up here touching it anyway. So that's what we'll do, and we'll run it that way for the winter. See how things go. You never know. Next year, if the funds are not so tight next year, maybe next year I plan on doing the cabin, so we'd be out of the camper once the cabin's done. But if the cash flow is a little better, then maybe I'd do some double wall insulated pipe there, like you'd see in the traditional house, like that silver stuff. But I don't think it's necessary right now. It's just a camp, so. And it's not in proximity to anything that's going to burn. So, but yeah, that's where we're just getting that laid out. And I leveled the stove like this way because it was tilted this way, so I leveled it up a bit more, so now it should be sitting pretty level. And we're probably going to keep it on those 2x4s down there for the winter instead of buying those pads. Unless it's too hot, which I'll test that, and if it ends up being too hot, then I'll put the brick in there. Those what do they call them? Driveway pavers? I think they're called driveway pavers. I can't remember now. They're like 2x2 pads, concrete pads. I'll put them in there if I think it's going to be a problem, but I think it'll be fine. So yeah, that's what she looks like. Big stove. Should keep us warm. That's for sure. And when I get a new generator, I've been looking into a new generator, so I'll probably end up storing the generator in here somewhere, and then creating a box around it with a little door from the outside right here that you can like open up on hinges, and with the exhaust that you can stick out, so you'll be able to fire so the generator will kind of stay warm in the wintertime and won't get overly cold because this room will be nice and warm. So I might do something like that. We'll see how that works out. I don't know if this is going to be adequate enough room for the generator I was looking at today. If it is, then it'd be great. the generator I was looking at was like a 4600 watt generator. It's got a remote start on it too, so that'd be nice inside, like when you're inside on a cold day or whatever, and you're just relaxing, and if the batteries start going dead or whatever, you can just push the button and fire up the generator, right? Bob's your uncle. You don't have to come out here and try and pull your guts out when it's cold and it's not wants to start because it's cold, you know what I mean? That's much better, much more convenient in that sense. Well, yeah, so far she's looking good. I think once we're done this and I skirt this tomorrow, this will look much different. And the next project after we get shingles on this roof is probably going to be starting the deck. We'll start the deck, and at the same time we're starting the deck, we'll be putting the board and batten on the shed and doing the soffits. I was looking at some tongue and groove cedar today, and I think what I'm going to do with the soffits is cut tongue and groove cedar up here and stain it. So the soffits will be stained like a cedar kind of cross between a light and a dark stain up here, and then all the board and batten running vertically will be all black. So we'll end up doing, that's what we'll do there. And I might see if I can get some solar puck lights. I don't know if you can get that kind of thing on Amazon or not, but I'm going to check that out because I think it'd be cool to have solar puck lights in the soffit. Like maybe 3 in the front, 1, 2, 3, and then 3 down this side, and maybe 3 down this side would be cool, because if I stack the wood up here, it's nice to have some light when you walk out, and the lights just automatically turn on when you're getting wood and bringing it over and putting it in the room over there where the stove is. So that'd be nice to do too. So I'll source out, see if I can find some solar puck lights that are on a motion sensor, because I think that would be neat. If that works, that'd be really neat. And I still need to get I want a big solar light to go up in this tree here above the camera, and to like a floodlight, centered floodlight, so that it lights up everything in here if somebody walks up the driveway or whatnot, right? Well, yeah, that's what we're doing tomorrow. So we got some projects to try and get done tomorrow. And at some point here, I think over the next couple of days, I'm probably going to take a run up to Moncton and see if I can find anything up around there for work too as well. Because I'm only an hour away from Moncton, so it's kind of nice where I'm located, because I'm an hour and 20 from Halifax and Dartmouth, and an hour from Moncton. I'm still about 2 hours away from Prince Edward Island, but everything else is like within close proximity. So there's a possibility that I might get some insulating work down in Digby in the fall. If that happens, there's a possibility that I may put another camp down there, so I'll have 2 camps. So that could be upcoming too, so stay tuned for that. And also, there's something I've been keeping on the back burner. I haven't really mentioned anything about it yet, but stay tuned. There's something else. It's a kind of a surprise. So if the channel grows and things go well, this is like a long-term kind of goal. We'll be doing something pretty special on a very special piece of land, which I'll tell you all about. All right, guys, thanks for now, and like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.